I recently sold my Chinese version phone on eBay and planned to switch to an international version. But after I bought the international version from CeX in the UK, I got so angry that I started taking my antidepressants again. Just kidding. Starting the medicine wasn't just for this reason, but this phone experience did have an effect. The story went like this. DPD sent me a message with a delivery time period, so I waited in my room. I didn't even buy food or go to the kitchen to cook. When the time passed, I checked the website. It said there was a small delay. An hour later, still nothing. I checked again, and it said delivered 2 hours ago. I got really mad because that was clearly a lie. Then, an hour later, a photo appeared on the website showing the parcel on a road. No building, not a safe place, just the street. Once it says delivered, you cannot talk to a real person at DPD. They only have bots that tell you to contact the seller if you got some problems about your parcel. So I went back to the seller. At first, the seller just gave me standard replies and clearly didn't read my problem. I pushed them to start an investigation, but they said I had to sign a paper first. They didn't even mail the paper until 7 days after I reported the problem. I got it about on day 10, then sent it back. Seems that they will get it on day 14, then start the investigation. I can't describe how angry I was about it. Their mistake make a high-value essential device of my continued delay, and the process was so slow. I had to pay with my own time and money for their mistakes. Since I used a voucher, I didn't want to keep it anymore after I got bad experience from them. So I couldn't use other money to buy a new one. I just had to wait for the refund. Since you cannot live without a phone, my 48 pound, about $60 second-hand Realme 6 became my main phone instead of a backup. It is a basic phone released in 2020 with a MediaTek G90T chipset. Actually, the performance is fine for daily use, not that bad. We do not need so expensive new phones as much as companies and YouTubers say we do. The biggest limit is the memory, 4GB RAM and 64GB storage. At first, I just bought it for backup. And there are two things surprised me on this phone. First, the screen is great for the price, 1080p, 90Hz. I use it a lot for watch YouTube videos and movies. This also reminds me it has a 3.5mm headphone jack. I can use wired headphones and charge the phone while watching movies, which fixes the bad sound from the single speaker. Second, the main camera is 64 megapixel sensor. Size is 1/1.7 inches. At that time, for this price, it's not so small. Even now, it still can handle some video or photo shooting. Here are some street photos I took by this phone. Honestly, it's just a bit old. Dynamic range not that good, but when you have good lighting, the picture looks really good. At least it's acceptable. There has some over-sharpening, but for the price, the results are excellent. The 2x zoom is a lossless crop, get around 50mm focal length, which is very useful. Most photos mentioned in this video are taken on this focal length. The 5x digital zoom needs a lot of processing performance for multi-frame stacking. Normally works better on newer phones. So even this phone have optimization for the 5x zoom, but this phone still can't get an acceptable result on 5x zoom. I have tried some short video clips. Also, the quality is acceptable, and the ultra stabilization mode works for walking shots. Normal stabilization mode not so good, but when you turn on the max stabilization, the video quality is still usable even with walking. This also made me want to see what very cheap gear can do on video shooting. I'm planning to use this phone to film a short running video for friends. Let's look forward to the final result.